this latest development, does it just add to that for you? I mean, you were not going to vote for anyway, but what do you tell those who are still on the fence? Do you just add this as an example? What do you do?
Think about this, Neil. You have a human being, one Hillary Clinton, that's decided the other day that she would get into the redeeming business, stand flat-footed and tell half of America that they're irredeemable. Here's the deal. The last time I checked, there's one redeemer. See this right here? By the way, Neil, I showed this to Donald Trump. I didn't have but 15 minutes with him. I showed him these symbols, God becoming flesh. I told Donald Trump this. He died on a cross, Donald, for your sins. You have sinned, haven't you? And he said, yeah. I said, 3 days later, he was raised from the dead, therefore you can be raised. I said, don't miss this. We need God on our side. I said, you need to be born again. So Donald Trump heard the gospel, and I appreciated the fact that he listened. Faith comes from hearing the message, and I just gave you the message. I shared that with Mr. Trump. So
when did you share it with him?
About 3 or 4 weeks before they dragged up this stuff on him about making lewd comments.
Oh.
Look, there's no one in America who is without sin. So who's going to cast the first stone at anyone? So the bottom line is, Hillary needs to stay out of the redeeming business, and Mr. Trump needs to change his life. I gave him the reason why, faith in the gospel. Therefore, give the man some time. So, in my mind, once you step into God's shoes and start saying who's redeemable and who's not, that takes a lot of gall right there. That was a deal breaker.
But Phil, one of the things I'm going to ask you about that, when you talked about this with Donald Trump a few weeks ago, I guess, before these revelations came out, he attacked, a lot of these women, and maybe because he felt that the charges were curious as their timing. Do you think he should have done that, or should he have just dismissed it, moved on, but that he spent a great deal of time focusing on them and even their looks? Was that wise to do?
It was not wise. You have to remember, the guy's not a politician. Basically, he's the type we need. Look, he's right on immigration, solid conservative. He's right on beefing up the U.S. military. He's right on the Second Amendment. I wrote a list down. I'm a C-plus man there, Cavuto. I'm not like you. You're an A-plus man. I'm smarter than half of them. You're smarter than all of them. He's right on the Supreme Court justices. His policies none of them are anti-biblical. He's against abortion. By the way, you say, Phil, would you vote for him if he was for the slaughter of 60 million human beings in their mother's wombs? I would never vote for anyone who's for that, ever. You say that'd be a deal breaker. We shouldn't practice perversion in the United States of America or anywhere else. It's a deadly disease that follows that behavior. Therefore, you say he's for traditional biblical marriage. If he wasn't, it would be a deal breaker. But all of his policies, from energy, I mean, look, if we have it, get it out of the ground and let's use it. Give me a break. Taxes, he would lower them, Hillary would raise them. Issue after issue, policy-wise, I'm in line with Donald Trump. Health care, get rid of Obamacare, let people choose what their doctor. So you go down that list and you look at it and you say, you know what? He holds staunch, conservative, and none of his policies, as far as I can tell, are anti-biblical. Because of that, I'm going for him. And these evangelicals that sit around here, well, the lewd comments he made. If we go to dragging up, look, you look at my background, Cavuto, I know yours is squeaky clean. But you look at my background, you're going to come up with immorality on my part, drunkenness, smoking dope. Look, I was a heathen. Everybody's redeemable, and there's not but one redeemer. And trust me when I tell you, it's not a professional prevaricator such as Hillary Clinton. She's no redeemer. She's been there too long. We need to remove her and clean this mess up. And in my mind, Donald Trump is the only way out of this mess.
All right, so I guess I'll put you down as a maybe on Hillary Clinton.
That's, I don't think so. Her record, if you smell a skunk long enough, Cavuto, you keep smelling that skunk, you'll finally find the skunk, no matter how deep a hole they dig. So, no, she's out. Old and worn out, old stuff. Barack Obama all over again, and this whole thing's going to collapse around us unless America repents, turns to God. Give Trump time. The gospel has a way of eating at a man. There's power in it. Therefore, that's my story, dude, and I'm sticking to it, Mr. Italian Stallion.
Yeah. Well, you're